was just pushing, I wasn't pushing. All right, we're good. Maybe we need to reset. Thank you.
We're good to go?
We're good. Thank you.
Okay. We'll call the July 22nd, 2020 meeting of the Laconia Police Commission to order. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Recording secretary is the executive assistant Lori Marsh, and let the minutes show that Commissioners Woodham, Mello, and Davis are present. I'd like to recognize Chief Canfield as being in the room. We have a quorum, so we will proceed. Chief, turn it over to you right now with personnel matters, accommodations and awards,
Nothing,
resignations and retirements,
nothing,
promotions and classification changes,
nothing.
and hirings.
We have two new officers, and I'll let Captain Finogle give a little bit of their background and speak about them, and then we'll do the swearing in.
Good afternoon. I'd like to introduce Carlin Brown and Stephen Wells. Carlin just graduated from Anna Maria College in Massachusetts with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and science. And she's been a CRO with us for a couple of years now, working in the summers. Stephen just completed a 12-year tour in the Coast Guard and landed in Portsmouth. So we snagged him up about a year and a half ago. So they're both slated to go to the academy in the fall.
Good.
So if you want to start.
Carlin Lee Brown and Stephen J. Wells, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all duties incumbent upon you as a full-time police officer for the city of Laconia, New Hampshire, according to the best of your abilities, agreeable to the rules and regulations of the Laconia Police Department, the Constitution of the United States and laws of the state of New Hampshire and the ordinances of the city of Laconia, New Hampshire, so help you God?
Yep, I do.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations. We would normally shake hands, but obviously, given the day and age, we don't do that. But I do want to introduce Commissioner Whittam. He's the chairman of the Police Commission, Commissioner Scott Davis, and Commissioner Frank Mello. So, welcome aboard, and we look forward to having you guys.
Oh, you're the clerk. Clerk can sign. Right?
Oh, yeah.
The sign one?
Yep,
Great,
they
thank
need
you.
to sign them, but
Oh, they do? Okay.
His handwriting is so much better. As clerk. Go. Thank you. Welcome. And thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
I do. Okay, moving on to command staff reports. Support Division, Chief Canfield.
So it's year end, we're waiting on the final, budget statistics. However, our budget looks pretty good for the wrap-up of last year and looks to be under budget. And then, of course, we just started the new budget year as of July 1st, so.
Where's the city in their budget process now? Are they?
On Monday night, is the final, city council meeting.
This coming Monday?
Yeah. So it's my understanding that that is the last commission meeting or council meeting that they have to approve the citywide budget. I've had conversations with the city manager and we have no issues, so.
It's okay, yeah.
As of right now, there are no questions about what we submitted as a budget proposal, so. We'll see on Monday night.
They didn't cut us anything then.
Not as of yet.
Operations Division, Chief Canfield.
So they've been working on the new patrol schedule, so officers are now working 12-hour patrol shifts. This was done out of it was initially a change to the, because of COVID, and all the patrol officers really like the 12-hour schedule, and it's been done in some other departments, and we put together a task force, which was representative of supervisors and patrol officers and detectives. They worked together and presented a viable plan, a viable schedule. They presented that to me a couple weeks ago. So we have implemented that as a 6-month trial period. We'll be working on, we've been working on an MOU with the Police Officers Association, which I will bring to you once it's complete, but just to kind of change some of the current stuff that's in the collective bargaining agreement that this affects on a temporary basis. So it's our intent to run it for 6 months, work the bugs out of it, and if there are no issues with it, to continue that after December. So, they're very happy with it. Motorcycle Week, I know I sat on several different, meetings and, conference calls regarding Motorcycle Week. As you know from the news, it's gonna be held the last week of August, August 22nd through the 30th. But the city is not approving any type of licensing or vendor permits or traffic orders, so it should be pretty minimal impact as far as policing it. We do anticipate putting several additional officers on the first and second weekend, but we're not staffing up for it like a normal motorcycle weekend. We're not bringing in outside agencies, so I anticipate it'll probably be like 4th of July weekend. So that's all that's happening in operations.
Boy, that's a little different.
A lot different.
The 12-hour shift, how many days do they work?
I can get you a copy of the schedule. It depends. They don't work any more than 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
I was concerned with the long shifts, doing more than 3, but it depends on the week. Some weeks they work more hours, some weeks they work less hours.
Yeah. And then how many days then they have the rest of the days off?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
But it averages out to 40 hours a week. So it's based on a 28 days, it's actually based on a 56-day cycle, broken up into 2 28-week cycles.
Yeah.
So then they work a total of 320 hours over the course of the 2 months, basically. As part of that, there's one 8-hour training day that's built into it that we can use as like a flex day, so if we need to add officers that day, or we can use it as a training day. So it should actually take our training time up from 36 hours to 48 hours a year, so, for basic and service training, so it should be good.
Commission action, you've all received a copy of the minutes of the previous June 17th meeting. Any questions or concerns?
Make a motion, we accept the minutes as written.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. On a motion made by Commissioner Mello and seconded by Commissioner Davis, it passes unanimously, and they were accepted as distributed. Review of monthly activity reports. Department monthly highlights, Chief Canfield.
So for the month of June, we had a total of 2,198 calls for service, which was up approximately 100 for June of the prior year. Responded to 324 different criminal offenses that we investigated. Cleared 141 of those by arrest on site, making a total of 90 physical custody arrests. Our motor vehicle stops was up considerably, stopping 674 motor vehicles, write-in 21 motor vehicle summonses, 503 written warnings. We responded to 0 fatal accidents for the month, investigated a total of 37 motor vehicle accidents, 6 of which were with injury, issued 39 parking tickets, arrested 60 WIs, and took 46 people into custody for intoxication. For the month of June of 2020, we responded to a total of 35 domestic disturbance calls, 185 other disturbances, 10 suicidal subjects, and 8 violation of restraining orders. And LPD volunteers volunteered 2 hours of their time. The Victim Services Unit is still not operational as of yet because of the COVID pandemic, so there's no volunteer hours there for the month.
Okay, moving on to the criminal investigative unit statistics, Chief.
So they're back in the swing of things. For the month of June, they investigated 2 follow-up cases, conducted 16 sex offender registrations, 6 drug intel sheets, did 44 hours of training and 38 video redactions, and they covered 61 different patrol shifts. So the majority of that time they were assigned to patrol. They were not up in the investigations unit. However, they are back up there as of now. The sex offender registrations, we're back to do those in person. We're not bringing them into the police station, though. We're verifying their information over the phone. One of the detectives is meeting with them outside in an open area in order to do the in-person verification, but we're not allowing them into the building as of yet.
Okay, moving on to the budget printouts. You all have those. Budget looks good. It looks excellent. If there are no questions, we'll move on to the monthly traffic statistics. Chief Canfield.
So for the month of June, we issued 39 parking tickets, investigated 37 motor vehicle accidents, 6 of which were with injury. The number one cause for motor vehicle accidents for the month was driver inattention, which was attributed to 11 motor vehicle accidents, followed by unsafe backing, which involved 9 motor vehicle accidents, and then 3, the third category, the third leading one was 4 crashes for unknown causes. The number one location was Union Avenue, followed by Endicott Street North, and then there was a tie between Court Street where there were 2 crashes, Lakeside Ave, 2 crashes, North Main Street, 2 crashes, and Weirs Boulevard.
The ones on Court Street, is that coming out of Fair Street?
That would be my guess, yeah. That's a tough intersection, especially turning left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that we worked with the city traffic liaison for the city council, and there was talk about clearing the lines of sight, which I think they took some of the shrubs out of
Yep.
there, but there's been a lot of back and forth talk about putting a traffic light in there or not, but as of yet, I don't think they've made a decision to do that, so.
Even turning right, if you got a truck beside you and you're gonna turn right, I mean,
It's narrow.
it's narrow.
Yeah, it's very narrow.
Monthly fleet report, Chief.
Last year's cars were online. They're working on, if our budget gets approved, we'll be getting the new cars hopefully sooner than last year, and we'll be getting those online hopefully in the fall. That's it for traffic, or for fleet report.
Okay, moving on to correspondence to and from the department. Chief?
So we had a thank you letter from the high school for assistance with graduation exercises, as well as a nice thank you letter for someone just reaching out and thanking us for doing what we do, given all that's going on nationally in policing. It was a thank you for a house check, as well as a really nice letter from someone else that wanted to just reach out and thank us for what we do. Another thank you from the superintendent of schools for help with graduation. And just a lot of nice support over the last couple months, given what's happening nationally in policing. And we're keeping a list, and I'll get you that list at some point, but just the number of people that drop off either thank you letters or food, or just want to say thank you. So it's nice that we live in that type of a community and we have that relationship with them, so.
Very much deserved.
Well, thank you.
Chief's report.
So far, year-to-date, we've responded to 35 drug overdoses. In comparison, last year, we went to a total of 63 overdoses. So we're trending about the same. However, our overdose deaths, we've only had 2 drug overdose deaths year-to-date this year. Last year, we had a total of 9 drug overdose deaths, so those are down, which is a very good thing. I left a copy of the updates for the Governor's School Safety Task Force that I am part of. We had a meeting on this about a week and a half ago, and those are some updates on the efforts that have been implemented. Talked about the patrol schedule, motorcycle week. As you know, we had our 3 days of accreditation or reaccreditation assessment the beginning of July. That went very well. The after action that the review that they went through was very well received by them, and they thought they had no concerns or issues. So they're gonna do up their report. They will submit that to the Commission on Accreditation and recommend reaccreditation. So we should see that report, I think preliminary sometime next month, and then we'd be up for reaccreditation sometime in the fall. So I'm not sure how that's gonna play out with COVID, but we'll see. Like everything, right? And then lastly, the Elks that Commissioner Mello is part of is going to be presenting Eric Adams with an award for his work. So that's going to be on August 22nd at 5:30 at the Elks.
Nice.
Sorry, what date?
August 22nd, 5:30 at the Elks.
Nice, okay. Old business,
Nothing?
new business,
Nothing?
other business.
Nothing?
Confirmation of the next meeting date, August 19th, 2020. Any issues, concerns? Okay. Citizens' comments? None? Is there a need for a public session?
There is not.
Then I would take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Second that?
Discussion, okay, all in favor?
All right?
Right?
On a motion made by Commissioner Mello and a second from Commissioner Davis. Passes unanimously and is adjourned at 3:20 p.m. We're off the air now?